Hi, welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Today we are going to be working on our page 58. And these are small pages, so I am going to combine them, and it will be a double page layout. And I want to go ahead and get this dry brushed on so it will dry. And I will have to go over that with black because this particular one is not the best, that's for sure. Alright, so I have found a quote for today. It says, make something, somewhere, somehow. If I can get a hold of it. Make something better, somewhere, somehow, today. And I think while this paint is drying, I want to color these. And I'm going to use this little Stampin' Up! Watercolors. They're just little crayons, and you wet them, and they make beautiful colors. So let's start out with the yellow. And this doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, it'll bleed out just like a watercolor would. Now, how it'll act on this paper, I'm not exactly sure, but we're going to find out. My guess is it's probably going to curl a little bit. And if it does, that's not the end of the world because we're going to dry it and use some glue, and it's going to all be good. Now, I do have watercolors I could have gotten out, but these I keep right on my desk, and they're very handy. So it's kind of like a part of my go-to package. Do some green. Allergies, I'm sorry. I will be glad when the pollen has stopped doing what it's doing. And I know it's going to take just a little while before it gets to that point, but boy, am I going to be a happy girl. I'll be able to go outside and stay more than about 30 minutes. And I would have gotten out earlier today because it doesn't seem to be quite as bad in the mornings because the dew on the grass kind of keeps it down. But it was chilly this morning. And chilly is not exactly what I want to be when I go out to water my plants. Cold is not a good combination with a spray hose. But I got beautiful flowers popping up everywhere, and I enjoy them. They make me very happy. Let's see. I think I'll use some of this because there is this stitching here that is kind of a bricky color. So I think I will go ahead and use some of this red. Maybe I'll just blend it. I'll use some of the red, the yellow, and this one will have an extra special touch to it. Put the orange on the side. Okay, now let's get put those back up because we'll be through with them. Let's get our paintbrush that's out already, and let's just start making a watercolor. See, that's coming out fine. And I didn't even have to cover the whole thing with the pencil. Go ahead and do this other yellow one so that I'm not bleeding colors. On this one, it's not going to matter because I want the colors to bleed together. Oh, that's going to look nice. Look. I think that's going to be pretty good. Definitely. I think this was a good idea. Doing these pages like this, it doesn't have to be complicated. If you've got your base pages, you're just going to be looking for inspiration, and this was one of the decals, or I don't even know what they're called, but you rub on. It's like a decal, except you don't use water on it. If it had been a decal, I would have known right away how to do it, but I had one, a popsicle stick, a thin one, and it just did not want to move it off that, like, contact paper that it was stuck to. So then I got one that was bigger, that was more like a tongue depressor. And that one just, I guess it was the difference in the wood or the width, I don't know, but I didn't have any problems after that. I was able to get it in there and make it work. Alright, so make something better. Somewhere. Somehow. And I'm going to move this one over so that it does not cover the stitches. So that's going to be my layout. Or it could be make something better somewhere, somehow, today. They're just words. Find them. I think that's it. And I also wondered about, if I put it all on this page, should I come over here and add, got this that I could add over here, which is very pretty. I'm going to put just a drop of the matte medium down. Yep, that's more than a drop. That's definitely more than a need, but maybe I can make it work to get both of them done. So we'll put that one there. And then this one, don't know what paint this is, if it's watercolor or what, but it is definitely lifting up some color, so it's not exactly a positive thing, but we can work through it. Alright, so now that I've got that on that page, I don't feel bad about not putting words over there. So we're just going to stack these words up on the page. Get that right above that stitch right there so that it's visible. Make something. This was an unknown, the author was unknown on this quote. When I saw this, it made me think about being a Girl Scout. One of the things that we were taught from just being very young brownies is that no matter where you went, if you were representing your troop, you should always leave something better than you found it. That means that if you went into a campground and the group that had used it before you had not cleaned it properly, that meant that you cleaned it regardless of whether it was of your making or not. You cleaned it. If they had left paper, wrappers, anything like that, you picked up. You just didn't fuss about it. You didn't complain. You just did what was right. Did the right thing. And that's what this quote made me think about, is leaving things better than you found them. And that's a way to make your mark in the world. You don't have to have all these hooplas about what you've done. You just do it. And in doing so, you're quietly making a difference in the world. And I think that's something that each one of us could do. Just make something better. If you see somebody that looks like they're having a hard time, give them a smile. I mean, how hard is that? And putting the somehow in there means that even when you might not be feeling it yourself, sometimes you can just, reach out and hold somebody's hand, or just a gentle smile, a kind word. You can make a difference in their day. So you can make something better. All right. Now I'm pleased with that. Let me see if this is dry enough to get my number cleaned up a little bit. All right. Glue top's on. Very good. All right, so we've got 58 there, and I'm kind of feeling like I might have to outline these. And this isn't going to be perfectly straight, and that's okay with me. I'm not going to stress over it, but I do think it'll help them to pop just a little better. It might have been easier if I had done them before I painted them. I'm not sure. I don't know. This is like a gel, sort of like a gel pen, but I wasn't sure if it would smudge or not. And we don't particularly want smudged. Alright, we're getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this out, and I'll come back and let you see the finished piece. Alright, I've got those boxes outlined, and this is our finished page. So make something better somewhere, somehow today. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you're enjoying the series, you know you can go back on my playlist and you can watch from the beginning on the first day of my 100 Days Challenge. Until next time, be well, my friends. Bye-bye.